These are all the things the hot girls are doing to glow up before New Year's. I spent $17,000 on a glow up in 1 year. I got lip filler, a lip flip, a masseter Botox.
She got her chest done for $30,000.
Okay, so in 2024, I went from this and this to this and this and this.
Most of us girls feel 100 times more confident when we have a tan.
In LED lashes? What is LED lashes? And I come in peace, but I know a lot of y'all are gonna want war with me because it's the new year and a lot of people are trying to glow up. I understand that, but you need to be aware that these glow ups can get very expensive. And you might glow up so good and so much that you end up broke, pretty and broke. And ain't nothing wrong with a good old self-care routine and a nice glow up in 2026. I know that's what you want. I'm just gonna use this video to show you how expensive it can be and what that might take, because a lot of people are spending a lot of money on glowing up every year.
I spent $17,000 on a glow up in 1 year. My whole life, I thought I'd be the smart girl, not the pretty girl. But that changed a year and a half ago after I broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years. That's when I realized I want to have it all. I want to be smart, ambitious, talented, and beautiful. So that's how my glow up journey started. First up, weight loss. In a year, I lost 13 kilograms, all thanks to my luxury gym in Paris and my coaches. The gym alone cost me €500 per month, so in 6 months, I spent around €3,000. On top of that, I spent another $2,000 on personal coaches, so $5,000 just on fitness. Next, my teeth. As you can see, I used to have a gap between my front teeth, so I flew to Istanbul in Turkey and got veneers. Probably the most dramatic change in my entire looks. Just look at this before and after. Cost $7,000. But I didn't stop there. 3 months later, I went back to Turkey, found an amazing doctor, and got a rhinoplasty. Honestly, I was terrified. Almost backed out at the last minute, but in the end, it was worth it. Cost $5,000, and it completely balanced out my face. Then, of course, injections. I got lip filler, a lip flip, a masseter Botox. Let's round this up to $1,000. And I'm not even gonna count small stuff like hair, but for context, each coloring session costs me at least €300. So in total, $17,000. And honestly, my life has never been better. That's just a reminder that we can have it all and we have power over our looks and over how we feel.
And yeah, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. I think she looks great before and after, but you definitely can see the drastic change in her appearance. And what I really was paying attention to was how much everything was costing. And again, this isn't to bash anybody going through a glow up or that wants to glow up. The only reason I say this can leave you broke is because you, the one watching, that's like, yeah, I want to do all of the stuff that a lot of these people in this video are doing. You might not be able to do that. You might not be able to do that. And it's okay. It's okay. And I know with the new year coming in hot and heavy, everybody has this idea of new year, new me. It's 2026. I want to show up unrecognizable. I'm ready to flex on my ex. I get it. I just want everyone to think about how much money all these sort of procedures and services may cost you if you are interested in these sort of things, because a lot of y'all are easily influenced. And I'm not even saying that's what they're trying to do, but sometimes that is what is happening while people are watching these videos. They're like, hey, I need to go do this. I need to go do that. And you can easily run you up a bag trying to get fine. Now, she said she spent $17,000 on a glow up in 1 year. And somebody here says, you know what? Heck yeah. Another comment says, I mean, if you have the money, why not? I absolutely love the new nose. And most of the changes didn't go overboard, with a whole bunch of different comments saying it was worth it. It was worth it. It was totally worth it. And the comment that says, if you have the money, then why not, is very valid. The point that I want to point out is a lot of people don't have the money. I am worried for a lot of people, particularly at the beginning of the new year, because of the mindset they're going in. They're like, I need to come up as this new version that nobody has ever seen of me so far. Just be mindful of your financial situation. And she more than likely can afford to do these things, or so I hope. I can't stress this enough. Income varies from household to household, person to person. And that's okay, y'all. That is okay. Okay, now this one says a very expensive glow up. And apparently she's grown up in a week time. So she got a haircut and new extensions, $450. She got a new set of nails for $95. Then she got lash extensions or extension fills for $95. She got highlights for $216 plus tips. She got new tats for $250 plus tips. It is interesting that y'all consider considered tattoos as part of the glow up. And for her, she spent around $1,000 in 1 week just for the glow up. I think she actually spent more. And you see, this kind of just confirms what I was saying. Even though this is just one comment, I think this is the sentiment of a lot of people. It says, this is how I want to be. And there were people saying that she's paying too much. She says, hey, y'all are commenting this is expensive, but I live in one of the highest cost places in the US. People need to charge more for services to afford to live here. And that's something you also have to consider, is that a lot of these beauty services vary from place to place. And there also is a thing called supply and demand. So for some of these services, you might just get robbed in broad daylight because the demand is so high.
I'm about to drop a few $1,000s to invest in my appearance, and here's why. You might hate to hear this because I once did too, but how you present yourself is everything. If you look unkempt, people notice and you probably feel less confident. Last year, I spent over 6 months dealing with some intense health issues and kind of let myself go, but now that I've recovered, there are a lot of things I've wanted to invest in, and it's time to put my money where my mouth is. Why sit here frustrated that I'm bloated when I have the capacity to invest in a dietitian that can help me get to the bottom of it? Why get frustrated every time I go to get dressed when I have the flexibility in my budget to invest in a stylist teaching me how to create outfits I feel confident in?
Do y'all notice that she said she had the flexibility and she had the budget to do these things? Just wanted to point that out. That is key.
Why continue to look at my skin and feel defeated by the breakouts and scarring when I can afford to invest in laser treatments to get rid of it? Sitting here twiddling my thumbs and feeling sad and defeated is frankly stupid. Like, find a dang solution, girl, make the money to afford it, and freaking do it.
Now, she said she's spending a few $1,000s into her appearance, but I did notice she said something about getting a dietitian, which I think because she can afford it is a great idea, because a lot of the times the issues that we're having show up on the outside are because of issues we have on the inside. And people at all different levels can do things to help with that. It could include just having a cleaner diet, eating better, getting sleep. These things don't always have to be very expensive, but there's no problem using the resources you're blessed with in order to have additional help to combat these sort of issues, you know?
Okay, so in 2024, I went from this and this to this and this and this. So let's talk about what I invested in this year to achieve my transformation and the cost breakdown. We'll start off with the most obvious part, which is physical body right here. In January, I started the semaglutide shots, the O shots, and that allowed me to drop around 70 pounds in total. For the first 3 or 4 months, I paid about $300 a month. Then after that, I paid around $250 a month. So if we do $300 for the first 4 months and $250 for the last 8 months, we can say I spent around $5,000 on my shots. That's a lot. I didn't even expect that's actually a lot. Wow. Okay, next thing is the trainer. So I started having a trainer in October, and that runs me around $275 a month. So for the last 3 months, that cost me $825 for last year. Then I have a Pilates membership that cost me around $200 a month. I started in May, so totaling that ran me about $1,400 last year. So in total for my body category, not including just like one-off things I did last year, we are at $7,225 for last year. Now from my face, it wasn't just weight loss. We had a little bit of extra sprinkles in there. First of all, I grew my eyebrows back out because girl, what the heck was that? So I did have a monthly facial subscription with my med spa clinic, and 9 times out of 10, I was doing an in-studio microneedling. Sometimes I would do like a hydrofacial, but that membership cost me $175 a month. I signed up for a 6-month package, so that brought me to $1,050. And in between those sessions, I would do at-home microneedling, and because I got that from PR and I work with a company, that is free. Now, disclaimer, I was using this product before I worked with the company, so I really do use the product for real. I also got PRF injections, and I think this is probably one of the best things I did this year. I have makeup on here, but you can kind of see how like sunken my under eye looks here versus here and here, and that is all because I got 2 sessions of PRF injections, 2 sessions in my under eye, 1 session in my laugh lines, which is $450 for the first session and $300 for the second session, which is a total of $750.
I never heard of PRF injections or semaglutide. I believe that's the Olympics everybody might be on, because she said it was O. And she says she has Botox too.
I also did Botox this year twice, which by the way helps tremendously with breakouts. The first session I had 22 units, second session 24 units, and I get them on my forehead. I get them to lift my eyebrows, and that's it. At $11 per unit, it totaled out to be $506 on Botox, which brings my skincare total to $2,306.
Whoa, okay, $2,306. That's just skincare. And her body upkeep was $7,000. So we're almost at $10,000 and we're not done yet. I wonder how high this is going to get. Just curious.
Now, the other thing on this list that I would say plays into like my physical glow up or appearance is going to be the no alcohol here. I was sober for majority of 2024. I drank in December and I had one drink in September. Both were on vacations. Other than that, I did not drink a drop or an ounce of alcohol. And I feel that helped a lot with just like slimming my face down, no bloating, no inflammation, etc. And that was free 99. Actually saved me money this year. So totaling up my investments on my skincare and body, I spent a total of $9,531. So yeah, they say beauty is pain, but it's also very expensive.
I think she was beautiful before and I also think she's beautiful after. So I understand why a lot of people who are doing these glow ups are saying beauty is pain or things like that, or I need a lot of money in order to look good, or to glow up. But honestly, I also understand it's not going to matter what anybody else says. If you have something about yourself that you really want to get done, it doesn't matter what nobody else says. But I sincerely thought she looked perfectly fine before. And with a lot of these videos, I feel personally, besides things that are like a little bit more drastic, like getting your teeth fixed or like even getting braces or something like that, I think there can be a more cost-effective way to do a lot of these things. But I respect everybody's right to do whatever they want to do with their bodies because they have to live with themselves every day. But for a lot of y'all watching, beauty is not pain because you're already beautiful. You really are. You watching this video, you really are. And around $10,000 might be a lot of money for somebody out there. And I just want to show how expensive it can be because I think for a lot of people, just seeing the numbers, it makes it click like, oh, this is how much these procedures cost that a lot of people may be getting. I don't know what's popular in the streets. I'm trying to keep up. It's something new every year. So it's always enlightening to see the cost behind the upkeep and the glow ups and the, hey, I'm trying to make myself the best version of myself I can. And just as important as this may be to a lot of people, I feel an emergency fund should be in real life. And most Americans don't have that because if anything were to go wrong, a lot of y'all are going to look drop dead gorgeous and not have a pot to pee in. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this to be realistic. Just stay down till you can afford to come up. Just don't do nothing crazy this year, okay?
These are all the things the hot girls are doing to glow up before New Year's. Number one is a lymphatic drainage. I overheard someone at my Pilates studio talking about this and she had the most banging snatched body, so I had to try it. I didn't even know my waist was capable of looking that snatched. Number two, they are all using Korean skincare. I recently just ditched a lot of my medical grade products for Korean skincare. Best decision I've ever made. Number three, they are all investing in good quality sets. It's almost like a uniform when you don't feel like wearing any cute clothes. You could literally just throw on a quick sweat set. And lastly, they're all using red light therapy, whether that's on their body, their face, but they are obsessed with it.
I can't keep up. She said the hot girls is doing all. Who is the hot girls? The only hot girls I know. Actually, no, that was Hot Boys from the Missy Elliott video. Anyway, this is why I say I can't keep up with everything that people are doing online because it's like, oh, the it girls are doing this, they're doing that. Man, they be keeping y'all list active. Plenty of edits. You got to keep adding too. Do y'all take away or just keep adding more? Because it's a lot. Red light therapy, lymphatic drainage for the lymph nodes. Granted, that might be very well for your body. But remember, with a lot of this stuff, you got to keep coming back. You can't just do it one time and you're going to see results. So now you just gave yourself another bill. Nothing wrong with that if you can afford it. If you can't afford to keep giving yourself more and more bills and adding to that list of bills and upkeep every month, you might have to pump the brakes. Seriously. Or cut from some other area in your life. Because self-care and this beauty maintenance stuff, as you guys can see, it can get extremely expensive. Okay, so she said, my glow up that's probably gonna piss some people off. Why would it make people mad? Okay, so it says here, she got her chest done for $30,000, according to what it says here on the screen. So we already 30K in. She lost 30 pounds taking some shot. She gets a $500 facial every month. Oh, wow. Now this is expensive. $500 for some people might be a few $100s off from the whole upkeep routine. This is just the facial every month. Okay, then she gets Botox every 3 to 5 months. Then she's spending $150 on the nails. Then she's getting expensive skincare, $2,000 on skincare, constantly shopping for new outfits. And then she has her hair extensions. And to be honest, which part offended you the most. None of it offended me because it's like, if you like it, I love it. I think if you can afford to do it, long as you ain't asking me for no money, and it's your money or whoever money is comfortable with you spending all their money, that's between you and them. The only reason I think anybody should have like genuine concerns is obviously health reasons, because a lot of these things, depending on what you're getting done, could come with some health concerns, as well as, hey, are these things able to be afforded by the people doing them? Other than that, if you want to pay $2,000 for a Brazilian blowout, I say have fun. Would I do it? Absolutely not. But again, different strokes for different folks. A lot of y'all wouldn't lock your hair up, and that's okay. We all can be different and still have our own opinions and still be respectful. But I definitely will say the part that shocked me the most was the $500 facials, because I genuinely didn't know that they can get that high for a facial that's reoccurring every month. I didn't know that. And now I'm curious, like, what type of facial costs $500 a month? And is this like LA prices or something? Has to be because of the location, because it's just not making sense to me. But all the estheticians that watch, comment down below and tell me, what the heck do y'all got that's $500 a month? And her skin looks great, by the way.
These are all the high maintenance things I do so that I can be low maintenance on a daily basis. Being high maintenance is a full-time job, but it's so worth it when you look and feel your best. Starting off with a brow lemmy and a lash lift. I try to get the service done at least every 3 months. And if you want to look like you're wearing makeup without actually having to wear makeup, this will do the trick every single time. And if you're wondering why your lashes don't look as good as everyone else on the internet, especially when you're using the same mascara, it's probably because they have a lash lift. Next, getting my nails done is actually mandatory. I'll always opt for a good Russian manicure because it will last so much longer. Without fail, I get this done on a monthly basis. And if you want your manicures to last even longer, my little secret is getting a French tip because you won't be able to see the grow out. Next, I've been trying to stay consistent with getting facials at least every 2 months. If you have clogged pores and facial hair, this is the best thing you can do to clear your skin. You probably will purge for a few days, but your skin will thank you for it. The secret to long, shiny, healthy hair is getting frequent trim. Non-negotiable, every 3 months, I'm gonna get a haircut. And if you want to look like you have extremely healthy hair, recently I learned that using a toner will give you that exact look. Most of us girls feel 100 times more confident when we have a tan.
Not me. I mean, what I'm trying to say is I don't need a 10. I don't inquire about said things. But again, different strokes for different folks, because this melanin with me, 365.
Unfortunately, unless you're booking a trip to Mexico, you're probably not seeing the sun that often. So I will in fact be getting spray tans on a monthly basis from here on out. Last but not least, I like to get a pedicure every 2 months. And even though there's probably not that many people seeing my feet, for some reason having my toenails done just makes me feel so much sexier. 1 week later, I officially feel 100 times more confident. Okay, love you guys, bye.
She kind of looked like Kylie Jenner when she was done with everything. Just a little bit. But honestly, again, a great before and a great after. And y'all aren't going to beat the allegations that I said against you. It says, I want this high maintenance routine. And the comments just let you know how much other people look at these sort of videos and they're like, oh my gosh, I want this or I love this. In videos like this, for a lot of people, this is what they aspire to be. They aspire to be high maintenance, to have the glow up type of appearance, to look effortless, always look well put together. And I see nothing wrong with wanting to be well put together and trying your best to present yourself the best way you can possible within your limits, right? I see nothing wrong with that. But the truth is, everybody can't afford to do these things. And this may be a normal Tuesday for her. For some of y'all, doing something like this could crush you financially for the rest of the year. Now, this woman is in her 30s and she's ranking all of the treatments she got for her glow up. And it looks like she got some IPL laser. She said it's a 10 out of 10. I have no clue what all this stuff is. Microneedling, she said was a 1 out of 10. Oda Lift, 9 out of 10. LDM, 8 out of 10. Facial acupuncture, 7 out of 10. And she had eye bag surgery, and she says it's the best $2,500 that she's ever spent. Another woman here showing her. That does not look like the same woman. Now, that one really caught me off guard. The first lady in the first video did too, but okay, y'all gotta give me a warning first. She looks great, by the way, in the before. Genuinely wasn't expecting this. Okay, so this is what happened to her in less than a year. Now, she says she got some lip filler, old therapy, whatever that is, a Korean hair perm that was $400+, at home laser removal, well, hair laser removal. She has some sort of Botox that she's likely getting every 3 to 4 months, because she says it lasts every 3 to 4 months, Moxie laser, eyebrow tinting, waxing, which doesn't have to be very expensive, and LED lashes. What is LED lashes? So convenient to not worrying about lashes in the morning. LED lashes are resistant to oil and last twice as long. What is that? When I think LED, I'm thinking lights. They got LED lashes? I know it's not lights on your lashes. Lord have mercy. Trying to keep track. And the comments are taking me out. So they said, so basically, have monies? And again, people are saying if they had it, they would 100% be doing the same thing. But she answered what LED lashes are, because I'm like, what the heck is that? She says the glue is just cured with LED instantly instead of having to dry for 48 hours like regular lashes. They have to dry for 48 hours? I don't know. I'm Barry, y'all. I have nothing against the lashes. I just don't know how it works. Why do they take so long to dry? And then she goes on to say LED is typically more expensive. Now, I know people was doing a little mold thing where they was like putting that wax stuff on their eyes and then they stay like that. But this is can't keep up with y'all. But they're right. This can get very expensive. But that was a glow up I was not expecting.
I fear the black girls are not telling you guys that they're going to the med spa. So I just had microneedling PRP. I'm only 4 days out. I am still healing. I'm still very puffy. I'm very swollen because I just had my procedure. Why not share with y'all? Sorry, the men is here. So we gotta stop the camera.
Where he at?
When the men come in the room, we can't talk about it. My man, when I came home after getting my procedure, this man was like, if the swelling don't go down, he's gonna leave me. That was a lie. That's what he told me. He said, if the swelling don't go down, I'm leaving you.
Next. That was funny.
Telling everybody about how important skincare is. And like,
I ain't gonna lie, you do have good skin.
Thank you. Yes. Because I just had my procedure. Why not share with y'all some of my best preventative things that I do when I go visit the med spa? I'm still very puffy. I'm very swollen. But I got PRP underneath my eyes. And then I got full microneedling. I got some preventative Botox. Preventative Botox is always a must. And if you get Botox before the wrinkles actually show, they'll stay away. Microneedling is a must. If you want to have clear glass skin, I suggest doing at least once a month or once every other month or just twice a year, whatever works for you. It is pretty pricey. It gets expensive, but it goes a very long way. But I tried to get this man to go to the med spa. He refuses. He refuses to go. Like, I am all about facials. If you know me, you know I am a face mask queen. Okay, I will throw a face mask on. And baby, I think I took you to the facial one time. I booked some appointment. He didn't go. I got him a hydrofacial. Chef's kiss. If you ever had a hydrofacial, it will change your life. Okay, so if you want to start with a lower tier of facials, go get hydro. Microneedling is a little pricey, but anyways, my man's calling me. But yeah, black girls do go to the med spa, so don't bleed a hype. I'm exposing us. Okay, 'cause it's important to share.
I was trying to understand how old she may be because she looks really young and she was talking about Botox, but it says here in the comments that she is 35. I think she looks great. I don't know if it's because of the stuff she was doing, if it's the med spa, or if you need to go to a med spa, but I'll say this, I've heard a lot of people have not so good experiences with med spas, so I'm not sure if that would be the spot to go for a lot of these things over a dermatologist. And I only say this because I want people to be aware. There is a lot of information online and a lot of people that have good experiences doing certain things, but we also see videos of people getting procedures done by people who don't necessarily have licensing to deal with skin. And from what it seems like, many people are just opening up med spas. Maybe there needs to be some sort of stricter regulations or something. I only say this to bring awareness, not to shame anybody for doing any sort of skincare, because her skin looks amazing. 35, girl! You look good. And again, this is interesting. People are saying med spas are low-key scary. They'd rather go to a dermatologist. Okay, I'm glad somebody else said it. But on the flip side, somebody here is saying this: med spa is my new favorite place. So just make sure you're doing your own research and looking at your own budget.
If you want the most insane glow up before 2026, these are the 8 things that you're gonna do. So take notes. Number 1, I would get a lymphatic drainage massage to my face and my body. If you follow me, you know I swear by this. I think it literally transforms your body, transforms your face. It reduces inflammation. It makes you look less puffy. If you feel like you gained weight, trust me, get a lymphatic drainage and then check, because you probably didn't. You're probably just puffy and inflamed.
Okay, so a lymphatic drain. She also says a hydrofacial once a month, lash extensions, but be specific.
But try to do a lash lift and tint so your lashes look darker, not just lifted. Because they can look lifted, but they can look lifted and thin, which is not good. Number 4 is tan contouring, but essentially it's just contouring your face with fake tan. You leave it on for like 3 to 4 hours, or you can sleep in it.
I've never heard of a tan contour. So that's not how, I thought that was makeup. So she contoured her face with a tan. Y'all blow my mind. Who came up with that? Now I knew about makeup contours, but a tan
and it's so natural. I recommend doing something that's like your lips but a bit more pink. My confidence, when I tell you, I would go into summer feeling so good because in the summer we're always swimming, we don't always feel 10 times more confident. If you're a curly haired girl, this is gonna be life-changing. Okay, I used to do keratin, and keratin is so bad for your hair. I do not recommend it. I did it when I was younger. It made my hair fall out. It was not good. Now I switched over to Botox, which is an amazing hair treatment. It doesn't have any keratin in it. It does make your hair fall out.
Okay, so she got a hair treatment. Then a minute ago she just said she does some sort of lip stuff to make her lips look like that.
Even straighten my hair. This is fresh out the shower. I curled it a bit. I swear by this, and that is weight training. Number 7 might come as a surprise, but I swear by this, and that is weight training. If you want to have the glow up of your life and you want to just look tight and good, nothing changed my body and just the composition of my body like weight training. Like, I know everybody loves cardio, and yes, cardio will make you slim, it will make you lose weight, but it won't make you tight. Like, it won't literally carve your body. I feel like lifting weights and doing Pilates and doing strength exercises literally carve out your body and give you that hourglass figure. Like, whenever you see celebrities or influencers that all of a sudden look super hourglass and tight and their waist is really small, and it's not a BBL, it's always weightlifting, or they're working with a trainer. Pairing that with a bit of cardio, trust me, you're gonna look insane.
And I just think women as a whole, as we get older, the older women in their 50s and 60s will tell you this, but when you start getting in your 30s, weight training is very important. We probably got, like me, I probably got another 5 more years of building muscle and hoping I did enough until stuff really start to get real. Because when you hit around 40, 50, if you didn't build muscle before that, just look up, do your own research. What happens to women as we lose muscle and we age? And if you look up, if you are to break your hip because perhaps you didn't have muscles and things like that, that would help you stay strong, look up the life expectancy of somebody, specifically women, after you break a hip. Look up what happens to our bodies, not men, our bodies, as we age and we don't have muscle. I don't know why it's not talked about enough. This is serious business. I'm sore right now as we speak because I have to make sure that even though a lot of the workouts I do physically hurt me for numerous different reasons, I have to do what I can to build muscle where I can, because this is imperative as we age. The data is there. I'm not going to get what is already known to the general public and think that I'm finna be special. And I'm only saying that because that don't just apply to me. That apply to people who don't think it apply to them. And I understand a lot of y'all want to do the walking and y'all want to lose all this weight. Make sure you keep some muscle on that body. Seriously, look into it. Now I want y'all to go into the new year and not be broke. So just consider all the things that we talked about in this video and how pricey it can be, and always consider your own financial situations. A glow up might be nice, but not if you're living in a cardboard box, because you might have overdid it a little bit. But we got to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.